So, uh, hello, my name is Gabriel, um, transgender, uh, female to male transgender, in case you're wondering, because I don't feel like I look particularly female in the first place, so I could probably go either way. This is a pre-transition video because for those other guys out there that might not yet know what goes on working up to the transition, there's actually a little bit to it. There can be a lot to it depending on the area you live in. I'm in a place where there's kind of a happy medium. I live in the Pacific Northwest of the United States. I live in a small town that is between 50,000 and 100,000 people. This year, about April, this year's 2013, about April 25th, I had kind of an epiphanal moment, so to speak, and I began to realize that I'm transgender. Now, some of you are probably looking at this video and going, "You're how old? How did you not figure this out before?" Well, I'm learning that it's different for everybody. I'm 31, had a fairly normal childhood. Identity roles weren't big for me in my childhood, but I will probably explain more of that later, or you can see it on my blog. Anyway, the small town that I live in, when I first realized I was transgender, my first fear was crud. This area that I live in, it has a lot of religious influence. It doesn't have a whole heck of a lot of, what's the phrase for it? Like knowledge about LGBT people. There's a lot of people that hide for fear of violence against them. Matthew Shepard, yeah, I live pretty close to there, actually. So that was part of my concern. Anyway, going into this, I looked around online, because who would I ask in person, you know? And these days, Google is a great influence. So I looked on Google. I was like, female to male, transgender, and then pretty soon it changed to how do I know I'm transgender? And within a few days, I wound up finding a website that had a chat room with it. And I went into the chat room, you know, I was a little anxious. I'm like, how do I know I'm transgender, you know? Some great people in there answered a lot of questions for me. And kind of went from there. I mean, they suggested some places to research, some ways to think it over, and some really great resources. It took me about 4 months, well, close to 5 months actually, to find a gender therapist. That is most of the time what you will need to be able to get on testosterone or whatever, if you're male to female, then estrogen. And some people can skip this step. Some people will find a way to order it online. Some people will. I'm not even going to talk about that because I don't agree with it. I think it should be moderated or observed by a doctor. You know, you need to have somebody looking out for you that can check all your levels and everything, because these different hormones have a bunch of different effects on you, and you don't know exactly what's going to happen, how it's going to affect you with other medical conditions, da-da-da-da-da. Anyway, that's none of my business. That's my 2 cents. So when you find a gender therapist, they will want to talk to you about the median number of times I'm hearing from friends is usually 5 or 6 times before they start going, okay, well, let's see if we can get you on testosterone or estrogen. Usually, they're going to want to send you to an endocrinologist, basically a hormone doctor. They'll do a bunch of panels and stuff on you. Actually, I haven't been to see mine yet, so I will post about what's going to happen to me when I find out. So, a lot of people see their therapists about once a month. I got super lucky because I started so late in the year that I've actually been seeing mine twice a week. So I got approved for testosterone in less than a month, which is really, really awesome. At the same time, it kind of shoots up my anxiety levels because as exciting as it is, it's also a big step. You know, some of the side effects are irreversible. Don't let that scare you. Just make sure you know what's going on first. And so yeah, that's it for now. I'll post again soon.